When faced with climate disasters, no one is safe, but it is women who are at greater risk. Studies shows that there is a strong link between climate change related disasters and female mortality rate, with women as well as children 14 times more likely than men to die during a disaster. 80% of the people displaced by climate change related disasters are women. Much like any other developing country, gender has been disproportionately affected by climate change in Pakistan as well. Pause and reflect. What is the primary reason for it? Poverty. Women living in rural areas are bound to support their families by working in fields, taking care of livestock and fodder even in the worst conditions. It is a job that they must do and will never be paid for. Lack of education. Ironically, in our society, education is a man's privilege. Women are barred from education either because of poverty or for the sake of household upkeep, both minimizing their financial inclusion and limiting the possibilities for them to move up the societal ladder. For example, Sawant floods disproportionately affected women who did not have the same societal mobility as men. While men could leave their villages and move to cities for employment, no such facilitation was made for women. Enhancing the socio-economic position of women can greatly benefit Pakistan's agricultural sector. Resolved to combat climate crisis and above all, our rural women. Today, women are actively engaging themselves in projects aimed to mitigate climate inequality like 10 billion tree tsunami program, Glacial Lake Outburst Floods Project 2. However, the need of the hour is to make sure not a few but every woman steps on the path of transformation. Ministry of Climate Change, with the support of CARE International in Pakistan, has devised policies that can make it happen. So what is it that we can do? Introducing disaster management reforms and using mass media to create awareness about it will promote security of women and children working in fields. Support women-led businesses and invest in bioproduct industries. Doing so will provide more income generation opportunities to women entrepreneurs and will build their capacity to adopt climate-friendly practices in their businesses. Introduce and implement agricultural reforms. This calls for providing and cultivated drought-resistant seeds so that women are not pressured by water shortages. Devising technologies like vertical farming that will help building climate-friendly agriculture sector. Introducing legal reforms that allow women to own land and trade the produce, ultimately contributing toward their financial independence. Ensuring that women hold decision-making power in forestry, food security, and agricultural projects to make them more holistic. Investing in water sanitation and hygiene. WASH. Improved WASH services can contribute toward better female health, menstrual hygiene, privacy, safety, and reduction in cases of violence against women that happen merely because women and girls have to go in fields at night to defecate. Not to forget, proper latrines can help lower the environmental impact of improper waste disposal. Women in rural areas have to travel miles and miles every day to fetch water. Introducing water reforms. Technological innovation in water management and capacity building of women to use it smartly can save them hassle, reduce the incidence of harassment they face, and avoid water wastage. A sizable proportion of women is involved in informal waste collection. By enforcing waste management reforms, this sector can be formalized by setting up waste treatment plants. Employment opportunity for both men and women can be created. Environmental harm of the misused water can be reduced and health hazards can be minimized. Bringing energy reforms in picture can be another step towards gender streamlining. Women can be targeted through a soft loan scheme meant to incentivize purchase of green technologies. These can include energy-efficient cooking technologies. They can also be given jobs to market these technologies. From the aspect of combating climate crisis, this can help lower the carbon footprint of rural areas. Last but not the least, Investing in research, knowledge, and database can bring change at multiple levels. More and more women-led businesses and its impact on climate change must be studied and recorded. This will not only help in identifying gaps with respect to women representation in policies and key policy-making bodies, but will open doors to institutionalized gender-sensitive benefits, bringing women at par with men. We must not forget that women make more than half of the country's total population, while women's access to wide resources contributes to their direct betterment. Tapping this integral segment of our society works well toward not only climate conservation but better economic growth and social uplift.